I don't want to take nothing away from you, but sucker punch is a sucker punch.
So then it wasn't fair and square. I mean, make up your mind.
I think we both know what's what.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst things Tony Soprano ever did.
Now, come to think of it, you never popped your cherry in that regard, right?
No.
So you guys, you and Meadow, are you,
A little early to say.
I want you to leave this house, Tony. Please. I want you to leave me alone.
For this list, we'll be looking at the worst actions ever committed by the fictional New Jersey mob boss played by the late James Gandolfini. Hopefully you're all caught up on the series because there will be spoilers. What do you think was Tony's worst action? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Executing Salvatore Bumpanciero. In Tony's world, loyalty is not an option. So when he finds out that one of his associates has been talking to the FBI, his only path is to take him out. This situation is complicated by the fact that the snitch is his close friend, Salvatore Bumpanciero.
You know I've been working with the government, right, Tone?
don't say it.
Come on, Tone. Sooner or later, you gotta face facts.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, you're gonna hear it.
Upon discovering a wire at Salvatore's house, Tony lures him out to sea and executes him with fellow crewmates Paulie Walnuts and Silvio Dante.
Not in the face, okay? Give me that. Huh? Keep my eyes.
It might have been hard for Tony to do, but if Salvatore was truly his friend, he wouldn't have done it. Number 9. Setting Silvio on Matt Drinkwater. Tony doesn't just do cruel things to people. He seems to delight in causing misery and discomfort. At a high-stakes card game, he decides to have cruel fun at the expense of Matthew Bevilacqua, aka Matt Drinkwater, an underling of Christopher.
So get a broom and sweep up some of that shit over there, especially on the Silvio, all right?
During the game, Tony instructs Matt to sweep up some crumbs, particularly the ones underneath Silvio. The pressure has clearly been getting to Silvio as he explodes right when the sweeping starts.
I was just trying to sweep the cheese away from
Why? Why now? Leave it there.
I don't know, I was just...
What?
Tony looks on, not even trying to suppress his glee at the situation he's created, which also inspires a new nickname for Matt.
Matt, thanks a lot. Here's one for your pal.
Number 8. Making Bobby whack someone. Tony has power and an incredibly fragile ego. So if you make him mad, he can make you do some terrible things as revenge. In this final season episode, Tony and Carmela celebrate his birthday at the upstate New York cabin of his sister, Janice, and her husband, Bobby Bacalari.
Tom, with these hassles, you should make it up our way here.
Maybe that's not such a bad idea.
A physical altercation breaks out between Tony and Bobby during a game of Monopoly, and it's not a matter of forgive and forget. Early in the episode, they discussed Bobby had never actually whacked someone in his time as a gangster. So, Tony tasks him with a hit, which he can't turn down.
You'll take care of this, right?
Sure.
No bow and arrows now.
At least we got to see Bobby serve Tony a well-earned beatdown. Number 7. Mocking Chris's sobriety. Tony will blast you if you have issues, and if you try to change, he'll do everything he can to sabotage you.
What'd you do that for?
It was an accident.
What was it, barking?
He sat on it while he was high.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I fell asleep. She got suffocated or something.
When Christopher Moltisanti quits drinking and using drugs, Tony, who routinely chastised him for his vices, refuses to respect his getting clean. During a steakhouse dinner with Tony Blundetto, the two Tonys start incessantly teasing Chris about his sobriety.
Come on, don't get pissy now. He's just having a joke, that's all.
Sobriety's hard enough work without having to get mocked for.
When Chris protests his treatment, Tony goes on the defense. In the very same episode, he mocks Janice for her estranged relationship with her son, when she had been working on her anger issues.
I wonder what's French-Canadian for I grew up without a mother.
Sacre bleu, where is me mama?
To know Tony Soprano is to know toxicity. Number 6. Whacking Tony Blundetto. The arc of Tony Blundetto, played by Steve Buscemi, is one of the show's most tragic.
We need something done. Nice little payday for you. And an opportunity for you to hone that rep you left behind.
And this involves...
Somebody needs to go.
Paroled from prison after serving nearly 17 years for a robbery Tony Soprano was also supposed to take part in, Tony B attempts to go on the straight and narrow as a massage therapist before falling back into a life of crime.
You passed.
Jesus. I couldn't have done it alone.
His recklessness makes him a target of influential Lupertazzi family member Phil Leotardo, and Tony knows his cousin is marked for a slow and painful death.
I want you to promise it'll be quick.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Tony, I don't have to. Phil's gonna do it. And he'll do it his way.
Tony at least lets Tony B die in a relatively merciful way, but this still shows how numbed he is to the world of brutal murder. Number 5. Ordering Bobby Sr. to whack Mustang Sally. Years before Tony makes Bobby Jr. whack somebody, he makes the same request of his father. After Bobby Sr.'s godson, Sally and Teal, aka Mustang Sally, attacks Brian Spatafori, leading to a coma, he's marked for death.
It's Tony.
Tony? Well, what about him? Stop speaking on nanograms.
He okayed my dad to do the hit on Mustang Sally.
Well, the prick put that Spatafori kid in a coma.
Tony decides, as godfather, Bobby Sr. is the man for the job. This is especially cruel because Bobby Sr. is stricken with lung cancer, and Tony refuses to honor Bobby Jr. or Uncle Jr.'s requests to let him off the hook.
Old man Bacala's his godfather. He can get close without arousing suspicion.
It still doesn't sit right.
He's done it 1,000 times.
He's a sick old man.
Good. Give him something to live for.
Bobby Sr. completes the hit, but on the drive back, he starts violently coughing and crashes, resulting in his death. Tony doesn't have to brandish any weapons to be responsible for people's deaths. Number 4. Intimidating Meadow's boyfriend. It comes as no surprise that Tony holds extremely prejudiced views towards other races and cultures. But his internal ugliness truly comes out when he first meets Meadow's boyfriend, Noah, a Columbia student who's half black and half Jewish.
What I mean is, like, we're Italian.
Oh, my dad is Jewish and my mother's family is African American.
Tannenbaum, right.
As soon as Meadow leaves, Tony starts to needle Noah about his heritage and eventually instructs him to stay away from his daughter.
See, I got business associates who are black, and they don't want my son with their daughters, and I don't want their sons with mine.
Tony makes absolutely no attempt to hide his bigotry, and Noah responds with 2 words that few people have the guts to say to Tony Soprano. Meadow and Noah didn't last, and Tony's interference certainly didn't help matters.
I instigate?
He's just a new friend, Tony.
You didn't see the way they were looking at each other.
You want her to be with him, just keep it up. Keep playing the race card. You're gonna drive her right into his arms.
Number 3. Forced Adriana Lacerva's murder. Anyone who is a threat to Tony Soprano is in grave danger. It doesn't matter if they're basically a civilian.
Remember my friend Danielle?
She set you up?
She was an FBI agent, Christopher.
When Chris's fiancée Adriana, played by Drea De Matteo, reveals to Chris that she's been working with the FBI, he turns on her, telling Tony about her betrayal.
This is a lot to process, Adrian. I gotta think. I'll be back in a little while.
He arranges to have Silvio pick her up and take her out, under the pretense of them seeing Chris in the hospital.
Anyway, I'm on my way up there now, and I'm gonna send Sil by to pick you up then, okay?
Jesus Christ.
You know, he's been drinking, so he's probably fighting that heroin urge again. Anyway, Sil's on his way.
It's truly heart-wrenching to see Adriana realize what a terrible situation she has gotten herself into, and how she can't get out. And Tony, once again, puts his safety over the lives of others. Number 2. His extramarital affairs. Tony believes in loyalty, but only if it means other people being loyal to him. Throughout the series, Tony had various mistresses, or gumas, who he'd see behind his wife Carmela's back. While she acknowledges his infidelity, it's evident how much it hurt her. And when a spurned former lover calls and tells her about their affair and another between Tony and her cousin, she's so incensed, she ends up kicking Tony out of the house and planning for divorce.
You have made a fool of me for years.
Even after they reconcile, Tony still continues to cheat. He's either incapable of understanding what it means to be faithful, or he simply doesn't care.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Christopher's death. If Christopher Moltisanti had grown up under different circumstances, he might have had a healthy, happy, and peaceful life. But with a mentor like Tony Soprano and a taste for drugs and alcohol, he had really no chance. When Chris is driving them home one night, he rolls over his car, which Tony escapes with minimal damage.
Don't. You got it. Help me. I'm coming.
However, Chris tells him not to call an ambulance since he wouldn't be able to pass a drug test. Realizing just how much of a threat Chris is to his business and how much danger Chris could put his infant daughter in, he suffocates him and claims that he died from the wreck.
I'm fine, but he wasn't wearing a belt.
In Tony's sick mind, causing someone's death is the same thing as saving them.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.